The woman was clearly the true eldest daughter of a wealthy family, but by the time she was found, she was already 45 years old. Not only was she married, she had also given birth to 2 children. On the first day, she returned home with her daughter. She already knew that her biological parents did not truly look forward to her return. They only sent a household servant to greet her. What was even more excessive was that, as soon as she stepped inside, she heard the fake heiress belittling her, speculating about how miserable her life must have been. Little did they know, the woman's life was completely different from what they imagined. The woman had founded a publicly listed company on her own at a very early age. Not only was her career extremely successful, she had also married the heir of the richest family and gave birth to 1 son and 1 daughter. Her son was a highly popular international superstar. Her daughter was a young prodigy with extraordinary intelligence. In such a happy and harmonious family environment, the woman did not long for the belated love of her biological parents. So she immediately stated that if they did not welcome her back, they could completely cancel this family reunion. The woman's biological mother immediately came over to comfort her. The bad woman who had taken her place also walked over, pretending to comfort her while constantly showing off. Her daughter even claimed that the bad woman was also a victim. The woman could not help but feel shocked by their shamelessness. It was clearly the bad woman who had lived a wealthy life in her place for 45 years, receiving the family's affection. Yet even now, she still did not know how to be content or grateful, while the woman, as the biological daughter, was treated as an adopted one. Seeing this, the woman's daughter stepped forward to defend her mother. As the situation was about to spiral out of control, the woman's biological father had no choice but to make the bad woman's daughter apologize. Facing the unwilling apology, the woman proposed that real actions should be taken and directly stated that she wanted 5% of the company's shares. Since the bad woman with no blood relation had already received those shares, this was naturally what she deserved as the biological daughter. But her father did not agree to her request. He only took out $5 million as compensation. The woman understood that this wasn't even as expensive as the car that had just picked her up, which made her feel even more disappointed in her biological parents. When it was time for the meal, the woman received greetings from her husband. Looking at the luxury gift her husband had bought for her, she finally understood what it felt like to be valued. The next second, the bad woman's husband walked in. It turned out that her biological parents were unwilling to drive the bad woman away, largely because they could not bear to part with this wealthy son-in-law. After all, he was now the only support their family had. But what they didn't know was that the big company the bad woman's husband wanted to cooperate with was actually the woman's company. The bad woman bragged that her daughter had won a piano competition championship and deliberately asked whether the woman's son didn't even have a college degree. She also mocked that the woman's husband didn't show up today, claiming it was because his status was too low. Hearing these words, the woman did not argue back. She only smiled casually. The bad woman's daughter also took the opportunity to show off her birthday banquet, begging her mother to find a way to invite a superstar. When she said the name of that celebrity, both the woman and her daughter were stunned, because that superstar was her own son. The bad woman's daughter desperately wanted a signed photo of that superstar. After hearing this, the woman's daughter couldn't help but express her disdain because their home had countless autographs of her own brother. The bad woman's daughter immediately belittled her, saying she was uncultured and didn't even know that superstar. Amid the argument between the two, the woman stopped her daughter from revealing the truth. The next second, a secretary walked in and delivered shocking news. The heir of the richest family had actually agreed to attend the bad woman's daughter's birthday banquet, but only on the condition that the woman would be present. The woman immediately understood that her husband was going to stand up for her. The next day, the woman planned to take her daughter home, but she was stopped by her biological father. It wasn't that he couldn't bear to part with his daughter. He simply looked down on the work she was doing, which made him feel ashamed. The father wanted the woman to quit her job. After all, he had just given her $5 million the day before, enough for her and her daughter to live on. The woman realized that the $5 million was not belated fatherly love, but an attempt to buy out her career. So she returned the $5 million check to her father without hesitation and stated that she would not give up her career for that money. The woman and her daughter returned to their own home. Her biological son was already waiting at the door. As soon as they got out of the car, they received countless carefully prepared gifts. Her husband also rushed back home immediately. The whole family reunited happily. Soon, the day of the bad woman's daughter's birthday banquet arrived. Seeing that the woman had not shown up for a long time, her biological parents worried they might offend the heir of the richest family. Just as they were about to send someone to invite her, the bad woman took out a forged share transfer agreement, framing the woman, claiming she had returned only for money and shares. They quickly believed the bad woman's words. Just as her biological parents were getting angry over the woman's supposed greed, the richest man's wife entered the venue and stole everyone's attention. But when the bad woman clearly saw that the person who walked in was the woman, she immediately stirred trouble, claiming the woman was impersonating the richest man's wife. Because no one had ever seen the real richest man's wife, everyone believed the bad woman's words. Under the bad woman's instigation, the biological parents were furious, worried that the woman's actions would offend the richest family and end up implicating them. They immediately decided to punish the woman in front of everyone.